Let's go to the positions. Having a nice green day. I had anyway. And let's go there. You guys can see that, I'm sure. Okay, so adding to some positions. And taking some off. No problem. Just trading, folks. So I am long 80 AEVA. September 20 calls. I got stuck with this position, so we'll just see where it goes. This is new position actually. I have short puts, long calls on CoreView, CRWV, but I'm short puts. I was short puts. I bought them back at a nickel, and now I'm buying September 15 calls. I'm up to 30. I'll buy some more. In fact, I'll put an order in now. I'll buy some more. Let's buy 10 more of those at $1.50. Okay, that order is in. I'm doing this with the 2x ETF of CoreView, so the symbol is CWVX. I put on a covered strangle on HIMS, which is the 2x ETF of HIMS. Bought the stock at 1732. Bought 1,000 shares, sold 16 puts, and sold the 18 calls expiring today. Stock is 1720, almost even, but then I collected 85 cents on the premium, so it's a profitable trade. I am long 8,000 shares of LAC symbol. It's called Lithium America Corp. I am in about 80% cash, by the way. It's burning a hole in my pocket. 8,000 shares of LAC, cost of $3.13, but my actual cost is $3 for the fact that I had sold calls last month for 13 cents. And about 2 weeks ago, I sold the 3 calls, as you guys can see with negative 80 here. I sold the 3 calls and sold the 2.5 puts, so they're expiring today as well. So I have a lot of stuff expiring today. And yeah, they expired worthless. I lowered my cost some more. So on those, I collected 20 more cents. So my new cost is going to be 280. Stock's 294. Now it's a profitable position. Hopefully we'll get a pop or not, or I don't know, but it is what it is. Last but not least, I started trimming. I'm long 25. I was long 50 as of this morning. October, 250 Lululemon calls, just straight calls. October 17 expiration. Cost now is 366. They're about 470, so I'm up handsomely on that, about a couple, $3 grand. So I'm trimming it today. At the end of the day, I want to be down to 20 on that, and then just keep the 20. So those are the positions. I was down to 3 positions. Now I'm back up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 positions. But I'll just start, pressing a little bit. Pressing meaning I don't want to gamble. Okay. So let's go to the charts. Let's do that. Let's go to the big charts. Actually, I want to put on a call credit spread. Let's see if SPX is rallied enough for me to do that. This is CWVX. That's the 2x ETF of CoreView, but let's look at SPX first. I don't think so. Let me see if it did it. No. 64.58. Where are we on that one? 0 DTEs. 64.58. So can we do 64? What can we do? 64. 64.58. So let's say 64.60. Can we do 64.70, 64.80? We can for 75 cents. How much time we have? 2 hours? Nah, not worth it. Not worth 75 cents. Well, if we do pop here, I'll put it on. So I want to do the call credit spread. meaning you sell the 64.70, buy the 64.80. So back to charts. So that's the SPX daily. Let's look at the dailies, and I'll go through some charts on my watch list. SPX, I mean, very close to new all-time highs. Nothing to see here, folks. It just keeps going from lower left to the upper right. So all good. Let me just go through the positions real quick. AEVA, death. I traded it, actually. I traded the equity. I made like $1 or something, but look at that. Stock high at 38.80, stock is 13. I rarely see a stock go down like 14 out of the 15 days being red, and that's what happened on this one, but it's all right. It's a supermarket basket. As I say, one position is not going to make me or break me because my position size is correct and I handle risk reasonably correctly. Second position was CWVX, which is the 2X ETF of CoreView. This is CoreView. That stock sold off literally, let's see, $55 last 4 days for the fact that share lockup happened, expired, so insiders can sell shares now, and obviously market will do that before share lockup. Hoping for a little bit of a pop here, so that's why I'm not playing the stock itself. I'm just doing the 2X ETF. That 2X ETF was $29.49 4 days ago. It hit $10.80 this morning. If you're dealing with these 2X ETF, folks, be super duper careful. This is Lithium America. 294. I mean, I have 3 calls. If it's above 3, I may get called away. But if they do, they can have it. If not, we'll just hold on. 8,000 shares. Maybe we'll get a pop to 4 or 5. I don't know. We'll see. Next one is HIMS 2X ETF of HIMS. So we all know yesterday they had some sort of news that pushed the stock lower. Today it seems like they were about to go green, which is fine. Actually, we're unchanged. We just went green. And I'm long the 2X ETF in a covered strangle. 1711, 1712. I have the short 18 calls and I have the short 16 puts, so we're right at 17. Most likely they're going to expire worthless, lowering my cost basis. So we'll just hold on to this. And unfortunately, they don't have weekly options, so I will just have to hold on to the shares. Last but not least, Lululemon. MACD is crossed over. We're throwing a really, really cool bullish divergence here. In fact, Michael Berry, the famous short that took advantage of the 2008 mortgage crisis, bought shares actually. I'm not crazy about it, but about 203 resistance. If we do take that, I will take my calls, 20, 25 calls for a bounce to probably 215 range. So those are October calls. We're just holding our stock is really, really oversold. Let's go through the Mag 7, Apple doing a little correction, buy on pullbacks without a question, or AAPU, which is the 2X ETF. Amazon did well yesterday and today, back to 52-week highs almost. Microsoft, all-time highs or close to it. Meta, same thing, almost new all-time high. Some of the nosebleeds are giving up a little bit, but expected. Palantir, for example, down, actually, let's see, 195 or 190 was the high. Today we got as low as 167, so big deal. Actually, it's 20-point correction, not bad. And Hood, Robinhood, beautiful charts. These are all buy on pullback charts, but then I have my list ready to do that. As you guys know, Ethereum is hot. One issue that I'm seeing here, I've talked about this a million times already. You guys can go check out the videos I have. Something called MNAV, multiple to net asset value, which is on Strategy. Strategy is Michael Saylor's company. He keeps buying Bitcoin, obviously, right? Actually, it bounced a little bit. So MicroStrategy MNAV is getting squeezed here. We're down to 1.4. That's the premium to net asset value. Net asset value being what they hold in Bitcoin. They hold 685,000 Bitcoin, about $72 billion worth of Bitcoin now. They're buying literally every weekend. But this MNAV was up to 2. It's down to like 1.4, 1.42, I think now. So I bought 1.3. I think I'm gonna buy the shit out of it. Not MSTR. I'm gonna buy MSTU. I mean, there's a chance they take it to par. Par would be 300. I've been trading MSTU forever. You guys can see I'm not taking the labels off anymore. I've been trading MSTU for a while. Selling the puts, getting assigned, selling the calls, things like that. So I'm really watching that because Bitcoin is not selling off. I mean, this is IBIT, BlackRock Bitcoin ETF. It's just going sideways, about 118. MSTR selling off that hard makes no sense other than MNAV getting squeezed. Now, Ethereum is the new hot button. This is the 2x ETF of Ethereum. ETH, is it ETH? ETHD? Is it ETHD? No, this is the bearish one. ETHF? No. What is the 2x ETF of Ethereum? What is it? Let's take a look. There are all these treasury asset companies that they're building now or putting together now, which I'm interested because Tom Lee is running BMNR. I know that one. But what was the Ethereum one? He's buying Ethereum literally. He just actually about to issue 20 billion more BMNR to buy Ethereum. He thinks it's going to 15,000. It's about 4,500. Let's see. What is Ethereum's? Oh, there it is. I got it. ETHU. Okay. Ethereum must be down. Here it is. Yeah, a little correction, but look what happened to that 2x ETF. It went from 50 to 175. So that's the one to trade if you're going to trade Ethereum. And ETHD was the 2x ETF, the reverse one. I'm following BMNR really closely. That's a Tom Lee one. Down about a couple, not much. He's the CEO of the company, and they're about to issue 20 billion more shares to buy more Bitcoin. I mean, more Ethereum. Let's go through the charts, a few more, and then I'll answer some questions and say goodbye. Affirm, the buy now, pay later public company, almost an all-time high. Now you guys wonder why? Well, that's why. When people start using Affirm or Klarna to buy their groceries on buy now, pay later, that's what we have. AMD, yeah, pretty close to all-time highs. Beautiful charts. All these, just beautiful. I'm trading more of the 2x ETF on all these. When they exist, so you can Google it and figure it out. ASTS, that's in a buy range. Earnings came out, they were okay. And this 2x ETF of that is ASTX. Yeah, I think I'll give that a shot with the 2x ETF. This one is kind of interesting. They're going to buy Ethereum. It's called ATNF. They're changing the name of the company, and Peter Thiel bought 7% of the company. This thing was 45 cents or 50 cents. It went from 50 cents to $18, folks. So be careful with these. And now it's down to 680. Probably give this a crack at about 5. The reason is there's MNAV on all of these, by the way. So they have, you guys got to go check my videos out on MNAV, how you calculate MNAV, multiple to net asset value. Beautiful chart. Actually, you guys can go check all this out. Bloom Energy. Beautiful, beautiful chart on the breakouts. You guys got to follow those. Kava, I sold some puts. It tanked, but I sold some puts. I own it about 73 in my investment account. Like the company still. Oh, let's see. Coinbase. I'm just going through real quick. I actually traded the 2x ETF for that. I'm going to trade more of these 2x ETFs as underlying equity as opposed to options. So options are not making sense at the moment. Ooh, what happened to Enphase? One of my members has just bought it today. Whoa, you guys were right and I was wrong. And they were saying, why don't we buy Enphase? I'm looking at the chart and I'm going like, that's garbage. Up 10%. Congrats, group. See, I should be listening to you guys instead of you guys listening to me. Huh. Look at that thing. It's coming into resistance though in 50 EMA. But it may have bottomed. Truly. This may be a Nike moment. Okay. Now we can take a look at it. Gold. Because gold is going to have a mother of all rallies coming up or a mother of all sell-offs, one or the other. It's been going sideways since April. This is the next leg up. Gold is going to be 4,000 or 3,000. Nothing else. HIMS we looked at. Hood we looked at. What else are we looking at here today? Joby Aviation, the biggest bubble in the history of all bubbles. They popped it out today because they did a helicopter trip. I was short the stock. I traded it, made some money. I want to be short Joby Aviation the worst way possible. In fact, it's just about to die on any rally. And actually, they rallied to 19 this morning because they completed a helicopter trip. Company's worth $15 billion. They don't have a dollar, not a single penny on revenue. Forget earnings. Yeah, well, anyway. This is LAC. What did we sell? Oh, sold 5 more Lulu at 475. Okay. All right, cool. So we're down to 20, I think. Okay, no problem. Wow, big rally on Lyft today. What is going on? Are they going to get taken over? Look at that. Interesting. Hadn't seen that. I'm looking at my list. Hey, group, what did I say I want to short yesterday? METC. Did I say that? Non-confirming technicals, bearish divergence, MACD. Yeah. Oh, hey, MSTU is rallying a little bit at least. Mojo. Micron. Yeah, buying pullbacks for sure. Neo, one of my members, hot to trot on this thing. It's been consolidating. I mean, if it takes out 5, this thing can move. I mean, it's a garbage company, garbage Chinese automaker, but hey, what do I know? NVIDIA. The all-time highs keep grinding higher, folks. I mean, yeah, open, we did trade. Oh, is it 340? Nice. See, you see that? You see that? The red and the green label? VIC. I bought the shares, sold the calls, sold the puts in 2 days. I think I bought 5,000 shares. Yeah, 5,000 shares at 231. So 5,000 shares at 230, but I had sold the 2 puts and 2.5 calls for like 40 cents. It was like an 80-cent trade in 2 days on 5,000 shares. It's a good trade. Very good trade. Yeah, folks, that's about it. Oh, I'm just going to be like white on rice on if the stock pulls back a little bit more. Just pulls back, period. Not more or less. Sound hound. You guys can see in the past how I talk about it. Earnings were amazing, gapped up. Any pullback now, any pullback. I mean, just give me a pullback to like 14s, low 14s, mid 14s, something. I'm going to be over the, like white on rice. One thing I don't like is TLT, which is the 20-year Treasury ETF, inverse ETF. So that means TLT going down. Interest rates are going up, actually. Nobody's buying what the Fed or the government's selling. Okay. So the market is going to do what it's going to do. Fed cannot control interest rates. Everybody, including Warren Buffett, is buying United Healthcare. That's a beaten down healthcare stock, as we know, after their CEO got hit and all kinds of investigations are going on. Got down to 234, up to 309. Nice move, actually. So now they put the floor in. Now you guys can trade it. On pullbacks, you guys can trade it. Yeah, that's about it. One other stock I like is Zeta. ZETA, Zeta Global. Earnings were great, gapped up, went over 21, pulled back to 17. That's what I want SoundHound to do. Please, SoundHound, give me a chance to get in. And Tesla. Tesla broke out, pulling back to where it's supposed to pull back to. We're definitely going to trade TSLL on that one, the 2X ETF. All this sideways action, right, is going to have to be resolved somehow. And we broke out of the wedge that the whole world was watching. Now pull back to 20 EMA. I mean, support is here. My money says I should be long Tesla. Low risk trade, really. So yeah, folks, that's where we are. What else is going on? Yeah, that's where we are. So let's go to the front and answer some questions.